I want to be a wizard. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is the first installment in the Harry Potter series, and this starts my Harry Potter review series. On this channel, I'm going to review every single Harry Potter movie. This is going to be a fun little summer project for me to do, and I love Harry Potter, I love the books, I love the movies, so I think it's been a really fun thing for me to do, and hopefully you guys enjoy this as well. So Harry Potter is now one of those movies that I can't live without, but it was never like an essential part of my childhood. Like I'm still a child, but like I mean like my 5, 6, 7-year-old. Star Wars was that movie. I found Harry Potter like 2 years ago. I always knew about it, but I really got into it last year, and I always watched the first movie. The first movie was one of those movies that I always knew about before I really got into Harry Potter, and I would watch that one, and I would love it so much. And watching it again today, it's still a great movie with a great cast, great visual effects. Some of them are a little wonky, especially that weird Quidditch scene. It looks like a PlayStation 2 video game. It looks pretty bad. Besides that, it's a really good movie with a good story. Some parts of the movie, it just feels like it's not well contained. What I mean by that, it takes about an hour, close to 2 hours, to really set up the main plot. This movie is a long movie, and a long part of this is world development, which is great because this Wizarding World is by far my favorite fantasy world, but it just takes a long time to get the ball rolling with the actual movie and plot. And that can be a little drag when you're rewatching it, and I have definitely rewatched this movie many times, and that's why sometimes I skip this movie when I do my Harry Potter marathon, just because it's a little bit of a drag to get past the hours, because once you're already introduced to the Wizarding World, it's not that same wow factor, and 2 hours of the movie are dedicated to setting up the Wizarding World, and then like the last 40 minutes are the Nicholas Flamel Sorcerer Stone stuff. There's so many scenes that I adore in this movie, but there was this one scene that really stood out to me this time, and that was Harry getting his wand. I always thought the scene was cool just because, like, oh my god, he's getting a wand, he's becoming a wizard, but the reason I really liked it is because it's just really well directed, really put together. The guy who plays Ollivander, I don't know his name, but he did a fantastic job playing him, and just playing this really, like, eccentric, wise, thinking wizard who, like, controls all these wands and, like, is a big part in these kids' like magical lives. So I really appreciate that scene more, and I love like the little ominous music coming in when Harry holds his wand. I thought that was really well done. Something else that was really cool from a movie standpoint is when Hermione casts a little fire spell on Snape because they believe that Snape is messing with Harry in the Quidditch game. After you see that shot, they zoom into Crow just for a second, never to give anything away that Crow is actually the bad guy, but it's always nice, subtle directing, so it was like, it was there the entire time. I really like that stuff. For such a big movie that centers around kids, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, it's definitely very hard to find good kid actors because as you see on Disney Channel, like more disposable movies or disposable shows, most of the kids actors, they're not that good. But with a movie like this takes a very, very like skill casting director to get good kid actors, and whoever was the casting director for this did a phenomenal job. Rupert Grint, Daniel Radcliffe, and Emma Watson were fantastic kid actors. There's some parts where you can see that they're overacting, but for setting up this big world with these 3 stars, that's really incredible. And really trying to look at this from like a critique movie standpoint, that's really hard job, and I think whoever was interviewing them or casting them did a great job. At the end of the day, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is definitely one of the most fun and entertaining and lighthearted Harry Potter movies in the franchise. For me, this was never one of my personal favorites just because I love the other stories so much more because they were just so much like more involved and more intense, and that's what I really like about Harry Potter, the dark arts, the more intense story, the more intense villains. That's what I really liked about Harry Potter. But for the first entry of Harry Potter and that more lighthearted story, it's a fantastic movie, and I would comfortably give this movie an A.
Unbelievably great.
So that's all I got for you in this video. Let me know what you think about Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone down in the comments. In a couple days, I'll be doing my review for Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. That's all I got for you today. May the Force be with you.